So what we want to learn about right now is, what did Yeshua teach about the Torah? Once we know what Yeshua taught about the Torah, then we could look at what Shaul taught about the Torah, and we could see if they agree. Let's go to Matthew chapter 5, beginning with verse 17. This is Yeshua speaking. Do not think that I came to destroy, or you could say abolish, the Torah or the prophets. I did not come to destroy or abolish, but to complete, or your translation may say fulfill. That doesn't mean obey it so you don't have to. Fulfill simply means to fill full, or to raise the bar, to raise the standard. And so it's interesting that Yeshua begins by saying, do not think. Don't think it. Don't let that thought cross your mind that I came to abolish the Torah. I did not come to abolish, but to fill it full, to raise the standard. And all you have to do is read that Sermon on the Mount, and you see that Yeshua didn't diminish the standard. He didn't lower the bar. He raised the bar. He said murder is no longer just the act of the hand, but now it's the motive of the heart. He went on to say that adultery is not just the action of adultery, but it's lust in a person's heart. That's not lowering the bar or diminishing the standard or abolishing the standard. That's raising the standard. And so Yeshua said, don't think that I'm all about abolishing the Torah. I didn't come to abolish the Torah of the prophets, but I came to raise the bar, to fulfill or to fill full the commandments. Verse 18, for truly I say to you, till the heaven and the earth pass away. Well, last I checked, the heaven is still here, the earth is still here. One yod, that's the smallest of the Hebrew letters, or one tittle, that's the little decorations on the letters, shall by no means pass from the Torah till all be done. So what is the subject here? The Torah. He's speaking about all of the Torah. He says not one little tiny letter and not one little decoration is going to, by any means, pass from the Torah till all be done. And I can tell you there are still many things written in the Torah that have not come to pass. Whoever then breaks one of the least of these commands, what commands? The commands of Torah, that's the subject, and teaches men so, shall be called least in the reign of the heavens. And so if you break the commandments of Torah and you teach others to break them, then you will be least in the reign of the heavens. But whoever obeys the commandments of Torah and teaches them, he shall be called great in the reign of the heavens. And so we see right here that Yeshua is promoting the teaching of Torah and obedience to the commandments of Torah. Verse 20, for I say to you that unless your righteousness, your right way of living, exceeds that of the scribes and Pharisees, you shall by no means enter into the reign of the heavens. And there were those scribes and Pharisees in authority who would bind heavy burdens hard to bear upon the people. And they were hypocrites because they would say one thing and do something else. They didn't want to even lift one of those burdens with their finger. And Yeshua said, don't be like them. Don't live like them. Don't be hypocritical. And your righteousness, your obedience to Torah has to be greater than theirs, or you will by no means enter into the reign of the heavens.